The Productivity Blueprint, Maximizing Your Output with Minimal Stress. Introduction. In the ceaseless march of time, where the demands of modern life crescendo with each passing moment, we find ourselves at a crossroads of aspiration and exhaustion, yearning for a way to bridge the chasm between our lofty goals and the constraints of our mortal hours. How often have you gazed upon the horizon of your ambitions only to feel the weight of unfinished tasks and unfulfilled potential pressing down upon your shoulders? The quest for productivity, that elusive balance between accomplishment and well-being, has become the holy grail of our age, a pursuit both noble and necessary in a world that never seems to slow its frenetic pace. You, dear listener, stand at the precipice of transformation, for within the words that follow lies a blueprint, not merely a set of instructions, but a living, breathing guide to revolutionizing the very fabric of your daily existence. This is not a promise of instant gratification or a magic elixir to cure all ills, but rather an invitation to embark upon a journey of self-discovery and optimization, a path that winds through the landscapes of efficiency and serenity in equal measure. As we unfurl the scrolls of wisdom contained herein, you will encounter strategies both timeless and innovative, methods that have been distilled from the experiences of high achievers and the insights of cognitive science. The productivity blueprint you are about to explore is a tapestry woven from threads of practical advice and profound understanding of human nature, designed to cloak you in the armor of effectiveness while cushioning you from the slings and arrows of stress and burnout. Imagine, if you will, a life where your actions align seamlessly with your intentions, where the hours of your day yield a bounty of accomplishments without extracting the toll of your peace of mind. Picture a version of yourself moving through the world with purpose and poise, effortlessly balancing the scales of professional success and personal fulfillment. This is not a fanciful daydream, but a tangible reality that awaits your grasp, should you choose to embrace the principles and practices that will unfold before you. As we embark upon this odyssey of self-improvement, let us cast aside the notion that productivity is synonymous with ceaseless toil, or that success must come at the expense of our well-being. The true artistry of achievement lies not in the relentless pursuit of more, but in the masterful orchestration of our energies and resources. It is in this delicate balance that we shall find the key to unlocking our fullest potential, to crafting days that are as rich in meaning as they are in output. So let us begin, with open minds and receptive spirits, to explore the landscape of possibility that stretches before us. The journey ahead will challenge your preconceptions, expand your horizons, and equip you with tools that will serve you for a lifetime. Are you prepared to reshape your approach to work and life? Are you ready to embrace a philosophy that marries efficiency with tranquility? The path to extraordinary productivity and profound peace of mind awaits, and it begins with a single step, the decision to turn the page and immerse yourself in the wisdom that follows. Welcome, then, to the Productivity Blueprint, your guide to maximizing output with minimal stress. Let us set forth together on this transformative expedition, where each insight gained and each habit formed will bring you closer to the realization of your highest aspirations. The journey of 1,000 miles begins beneath your feet, and the first step on your path to unparalleled productivity and serene accomplishment starts now. Chapter 1. The Foundation of Productivity. In the grand tapestry of human endeavor, productivity stands as both the warp and weft, the underlying structure upon which we weave the intricate patterns of our achievements and aspirations. But what, in essence, is productivity? Is it merely the volume of tasks completed, the checklist items ticked off with mechanical precision? Or does it encompass something far more profound, a harmonious alignment of our actions with our deepest values and most cherished goals? As we lay the cornerstone of our productivity blueprint, we must first excavate the bedrock of understanding upon which all else will rest. Productivity, in its truest and most potent form, is not about doing more. It is about doing what matters most with grace and purpose. It is the art of distilling the essence of our ambitions and channeling our finite resources, time, energy, and focus, into pursuits that yield the greatest return on investment for our lives. Consider for a moment the paradox that confronts us in this age of unprecedented technological advancement. We have at our fingertips tools that our ancestors could scarcely have dreamed of, yet we often find ourselves more overwhelmed, more stretched thin than ever before. How can this be? The answer lies not in the tools themselves, but in our relationship to them and to the very concept of productivity. To build a foundation of true productivity, we must first dismantle the false idols of busyness and multitasking that our society has erected. These are the sirens that lure us onto the rocks of inefficiency and burnout. Their songs promising accomplishment but delivering only exhaustion and fragmented attention. True productivity, the kind that we will cultivate together, is born of focus, intention, and a deep understanding of our own cognitive rhythms and limitations. Let us then establish the pillars upon which our productivity edifice will stand. 1. Clarity of purpose. Before one can be truly productive, one must have a crystal clear vision of what one wishes to achieve. This clarity acts as a compass, guiding our decisions and actions through the fog of daily distractions and competing priorities. 2. Mindful prioritization. Not all tasks are created equal, and the productive individual must develop an acumen for distinguishing between the vital few and the trivial many. This discernment allows us to direct our energies where they will have the most significant impact. 3. Energy management. Time is a finite resource, but energy is renewable. By understanding and optimizing our physical, emotional, and mental energy cycles, we can accomplish more in less time and with greater ease. 4. Focused execution. In a world teeming with diversions, the ability to immerse oneself fully in a task, to enter a state of flow, is perhaps the most valuable skill one can cultivate. This single-minded focus is the forge in which great works are wrought. 5. Reflective adaptation. True productivity is not a static state, but a dynamic process of continual refinement. Regular reflection and adaptation ensure that our methods evolve in tandem with our changing circumstances and goals. As we internalize these principles, we begin to see productivity not as a series of tactics or life hacks, but as a holistic approach to living, a way of being that permeates every aspect of our existence. It becomes a lens through which we view the world, helping us to discern the essential from the superfluous, the meaningful from the merely urgent. But how does one translate these lofty ideals into tangible results? How can we bridge the gap between understanding and implementation? The answer lies in the systematic application of strategies and the cultivation of habits that align with these foundational principles. In the chapters that follow, we will explore practical techniques for enhancing focus, methods for prioritizing tasks with surgical precision, and strategies for maintaining high energy levels throughout the day. We will delve into the psychology of motivation, unraveling the mysteries of why we procrastinate and how we can overcome the inertia that keeps us tethered to unproductive patterns. You will learn to harness the power of routines and rituals, creating a daily structure that supports your highest aspirations while simultaneously reducing decision fatigue. We will examine the role of environment in shaping our productivity, from the physical spaces we inhabit to the digital landscapes we navigate. As we progress, you will discover that true productivity is not about squeezing more activities into each hour, but about expanding your capacity to create value for yourself, for your loved ones, for your community, and for the world at large. It is about living with intention, making conscious choices about how you invest your most precious resources, your time and your attention. Remember, the journey toward peak productivity is not a sprint, but a marathon, or perhaps more accurately, a lifelong odyssey of growth and refinement. There will be setbacks and challenges along the way, moments when old habits reassert themselves, or when the chaos of life threatens to derail your carefully laid plans. But with the foundation we are building, you will have the resilience and the tools to navigate these obstacles, emerging stronger and more focused on the other side. As we close this chapter and prepare to delve deeper into the practical applications of our productivity blueprint, take a moment to reflect on your current relationship with productivity. What beliefs and habits have served you well? Which ones have held you back? Are you ready to challenge your assumptions and embrace a new paradigm of achievement and fulfillment? The path ahead is illuminated by the wisdom of those who have walked it before us, but it is your steps alone that will carry you forward. With an open mind, a willing spirit, and the guidance contained within these words, you stand poised to unlock levels of productivity and peace of mind that you may have thought impossible. Let us, then, turn the page and begin the exciting work of reshaping your approach to productivity and, by extension, to life itself. The journey of 1,000 miles continues, and with each step you move closer to becoming the most effective, balanced, and fulfilled version of yourself. Chapter 2. The Art of Prioritization. In the grand symphony of productivity, prioritization is the conductor's baton, orchestrating the myriad tasks and responsibilities that vie for our attention into a harmonious and purposeful arrangement. Without this guiding force, our efforts risk descending into a cacophony of misplaced energy and fragmented focus. How, then, can we master this essential art, ensuring that our actions align with our most vital objectives and values? To begin, we must recognize that prioritization is not merely a matter of ordering tasks by deadlines or perceived importance. It is a nuanced process that requires both introspection and foresight, a delicate balancing act between the urgent demands of the present and the long-term vision that shapes our future. The truly productive individual understands that not all tasks are created equal, and that the path to extraordinary achievement is paved with deliberate choices about where to invest one's limited resources. Consider for a moment the parable of the jar of rocks. If you were to fill a jar with large rocks, you might believe it to be full, yet pebbles could still be poured in, filling the spaces between. Sand could then be added, occupying the minute gaps that remain. Finally, water could be poured, saturating every last crevice. This metaphor illustrates a fundamental truth of prioritization. By attending first to our big rocks, those tasks and goals that are most crucial to our success and fulfillment, we create space for the smaller, less significant activities to fall into place around them. But how does one identify these big rocks amidst the constant barrage of inputs and obligations that characterize modern life? The answer lies in developing a keen sense of discernment, honed through regular reflection and aligned with a clear set of personal and professional values. This discernment must be coupled with the courage to say no to the good in order to say yes to the great, a skill that is as challenging as it is essential. To cultivate this discernment, we must first establish a robust framework for evaluating the relative importance of tasks and opportunities. One such framework is the Eisenhower Matrix, a powerful tool that categorizes activities based on their urgency and importance. Picture, if you will, a grid divided into 4 quadrants. 1. Urgent and important. These are the crises and deadline-driven projects that demand immediate attention. While they cannot be ignored, an overabundance of tasks in this quadrant often indicates a reactive rather than proactive approach to work and life. 2. Important but not urgent. This is the realm of strategic thinking, relationship building, and personal development. These activities are the true drivers of long-term success and fulfillment, yet they are often neglected in favor of more pressing concerns. 3. Urgent but not important. These tasks, often masquerading as priorities, are the thieves of time and focus. They include many meetings, interruptions, and busy work that feel productive but contribute little to our core objectives. 4. Neither urgent nor important. The domain of distractions and time wasters, these activities should be minimized or eliminated altogether. By consciously categorizing our tasks and commitments within this framework, we gain clarity on where our energies are best invested. The goal is to maximize time spent in the second quadrant, important but not urgent, while developing systems to efficiently handle or delegate tasks from the other categories. Yet even armed with this framework, the art of prioritization requires constant vigilance and refinement. It demands that we regularly step back from the fray of daily activities to assess whether our actions are truly aligned with our overarching goals and values. This process of reflection and realignment is not a luxury, but a necessity for sustained productivity and fulfillment. As we delve deeper into the practice of prioritization, we must also confront the psychological barriers that often hinder our ability to focus on what truly matters. Fear of missing out, the tyranny of the urgent, and the allure of instant gratification can all conspire to derail our best intentions. Overcoming these obstacles requires not only intellectual understanding, but also emotional intelligence and self-awareness. Consider implementing a daily or weekly review process, a sacred time where you can evaluate your commitments, reassess your priorities, and make course corrections as needed. This practice serves as a compass, ensuring that the ship of your efforts remains pointed toward your true north, even as the winds of circumstance and distraction buffet you from all sides. Moreover, effective prioritization extends beyond the realm of tasks and to-do lists. It encompasses the broader allocation of our time and energy across all domains of life. The truly productive individual recognizes that peak performance in one area often requires investment in others, that physical health, emotional well-being, and personal relationships are not distinct from professional success, but integral components of a holistic approach to productivity. As you embark on this journey of mastering the art of prioritization, remember that it is a skill honed through practice and reflection. Be patient with yourself as you learn to navigate the complex landscape of competing demands and opportunities. Embrace the discomfort that comes with saying no to good options in favor of great ones, knowing that each decision is a step toward a more focused and impactful life. In the chapters that follow, we will explore specific techniques for implementing these prioritization principles in your daily life. From time-blocking strategies to decision-making frameworks, you will acquire a toolkit for ensuring that your most precious resource, your time, is invested in alignment with your highest aspirations. The art of prioritization, once mastered, becomes a powerful ally in your quest for productivity and fulfillment. It is the lens through which you will view the world, allowing you to cut through the noise and clutter of modern life to focus on what truly matters. As you cultivate this skill, you will find yourself moving with greater purpose and ease, accomplishing more while experiencing less stress and overwhelm. Let us then commit to the practice of mindful prioritization, knowing that each choice we make is a brushstroke on the canvas of our lives. With intention and discernment, we can create a masterpiece of productivity and meaning, one priority at a time. Chapter 3: The Power of Deep Work. In the vast ocean of productivity strategies, there emerges a beacon of extraordinary potency, a concept so transformative that it has the power to revolutionize not only how we work, but how we create value in an increasingly distracted world. This beacon is known as deep work, a term coined by author and professor Cal Newport, and it stands as a testament to the immense power of focused, uninterrupted concentration. Deep work, in its essence, is the ability to focus without distraction on a cognitively demanding task. It is a skill that allows us to quickly master complicated information and produce better results in less time. In an age where shallow work, non-cognitively demanding, logistical-style tasks, often performed while distracted, has become the norm, the ability to engage in deep work has become both increasingly valuable and increasingly rare. Picture, if you will, the great thinkers, inventors, and artists throughout history, individuals like Einstein, Marie Curie, or Leonardo da Vinci. Their most significant contributions to humanity were not born from fragmented attention or constant connectivity, but from prolonged periods of intense focus and deep thought. In our modern context, the ability to perform deep work is akin to a superpower, setting apart those who can create true value from those merely treading water in a sea of busyness. But why, you may ask, is deep work so crucial in our current era? The answer lies in the nature of our knowledge economy and the increasing automation of routine tasks. As artificial intelligence and machine learning continue to advance, the most valuable skills become those that machines cannot easily replicate: creative problem solving, innovative thinking, and the ability to synthesize complex ideas. These are precisely the types of cognitive activities that deep work facilitates and enhances. Consider for a moment the quality of your own work when you are fully immersed in a task, free from the pings of notifications and the lure of digital distractions. In these rare moments of pure focus, do you not find that your thoughts flow more freely, your insights more profound, your solutions more innovative? This state of flow, as psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi termed it, is the hallmark of deep work. and it is in this state that we are capable of our greatest accomplishments. But how, in a world that seems designed to fragment our attention, can we cultivate the ability to engage in deep work? The path is not easy, but it is undeniably worthwhile. Let us explore the key principles and strategies for integrating deep work into your life. 1. Ritualize your deep work. Create a specific time and space dedicated to deep work. This might mean blocking off several hours each morning, free from meetings and communications, or designating a particular area of your home or office as a deep work zone. By ritualizing your deep work practice, you train your mind to enter a state of focus more readily. 2. Embrace boredom. In our constant quest for stimulation, we have lost the ability to be comfortable with boredom. Yet it is in these moments of apparent emptiness that our minds can wander, make connections, and stumble upon insights. Practice being alone with your thoughts, without reaching for your phone or other distractions. 3. Quit social media, or at least drastically reduce its use. Social media platforms are designed to capture and hold our attention, making them antithetical to deep work. Evaluate which platforms truly add value to your life and consider eliminating the rest. For those you keep, set strict limits on usage. 4. Structure your deep work. Different approaches work for different individuals. Some may find success in scheduling deep work sessions throughout the week, while others might prefer to dedicate entire days or even weeks to focused work. Experiment to find the rhythm that allows you to produce your best output. 5. Measure your deep work. Keep track of the time you spend in deep work and the outputs you produce during these sessions. This quantification will not only motivate you, but also help you refine your approach over time. 6. Build your concentration muscle. Like any skill, the ability to concentrate deeply can be strengthened with practice. Start with shorter periods of focused work and gradually increase the duration as your capacity grows. 7. Create a shutdown ritual. To reap the full benefits of deep work, it's equally important to have periods of complete disengagement. Establish a clear end to your workday, after which you refrain from work-related thoughts or activities. This allows your subconscious mind to process and integrate information, often leading to breakthroughs when you return to work. As you begin to incorporate these strategies into your life, you may find the transition challenging. Our brains, accustomed to constant stimulation, may rebel against the quiet focus that deep work demands. But persevere, for the rewards are immeasurable. With consistent practice, you will find yourself capable of tackling increasingly complex problems, producing work of higher quality, and experiencing a profound sense of satisfaction that comes from fully engaging your cognitive capabilities. Moreover, the benefits of deep work extend beyond mere productivity. By reclaiming your ability to focus deeply, you also reclaim a sense of autonomy over your time and attention. In a world where these resources are increasingly under siege, the power to direct your focus becomes a form of freedom, a way to shape your life according to your values and aspirations, rather than being pulled along by the currents of distraction. Imagine a life where your most important work flows from periods of intense concentration, where your ideas have the space to germinate and flourish, unencumbered by the constant barrage of interruptions. Picture yourself moving through your days with a sense of purpose and accomplishment, knowing that you are consistently producing work that matters, that pushes the boundaries of your field or craft. This is the promise of deep work, a way of engaging with your professional and creative pursuits that not only enhances your productivity, but also deepens your sense of fulfillment and meaning. It is a path that leads not just to greater output, but to a richer, more intentional way of living and working. As we conclude this exploration of deep work, I challenge you to reflect on your current work habits. How much of your time is truly spent in focused, uninterrupted concentration? What distractions and habits are preventing you from engaging in deep work? And most importantly, what steps can you take, starting today, to cultivate this vital skill? Remember, the capacity for deep work is not a trait you either possess or lack. It is a skill that can be developed and refined over time. With patience, persistence, and the strategies outlined here, you can transform your approach to work and unlock levels of productivity and creativity you may have thought beyond your reach. In the chapters that follow, we will delve deeper into techniques for managing your energy, structuring your environment, and overcoming the psychological barriers that often stand in the way of peak productivity. But let the principle of deep work be the foundation upon which you build your productivity practice, a North Star guiding you toward a life of meaningful accomplishment and profound satisfaction. Chapter 4: The Ecosystem of Productivity. As we venture further into the realm of heightened productivity, it becomes increasingly clear that true effectiveness is not born in isolation, but thrives within a carefully cultivated ecosystem. This ecosystem, a delicate balance of physical environment, digital tools, and interpersonal dynamics, forms the backdrop against which our productivity efforts play out. How, then, can we shape this ecosystem to support and enhance our quest for maximized output and minimized stress? Let us first turn our attention to the physical spaces in which we conduct our work. The environment in which we operate exerts a profound, often subconscious influence on our cognitive processes and emotional states. Consider for a moment the difference between attempting to concentrate in a cluttered, noisy space versus a serene, well-organized one. The impact on your focus and creativity is palpable, is it not? To optimize your physical workspace, begin by decluttering, not merely as an act of tidying, but as a deliberate curation of your surroundings. Each item in your workspace should earn its place, either by serving a practical function or by inspiring and motivating you. Embrace the principle of minimalism, not as an aesthetic choice, but as a tool for reducing cognitive load and enhancing focus. Next, consider the ergonomics of your space. Your physical comfort is not a luxury, but a necessity for sustained productivity. Invest in a chair that supports proper posture. Position your computer screen at eye level and ensure adequate lighting to reduce eye strain. These seemingly small adjustments can dramatically increase your capacity for extended periods of focused work. But the ecosystem of productivity extends beyond the tangible realm into the digital landscapes we navigate daily. In an age where our work increasingly takes place in the virtual world, the organization and optimization of our digital environments become paramount. Here, the principles of minimalism and intentional design apply just as crucially as they do to our physical spaces. Begin by auditing your digital tools and applications. Which ones truly enhance your productivity and which merely add to the noise? Be ruthless in eliminating digital clutter, uninstalling applications that do not serve your core objectives. For those tools that remain, take the time to learn their advanced features and keyboard shortcuts. Mastery of your digital toolset can save countless hours over time and reduce the cognitive friction that often accompanies task switching. Implement a robust system for organizing your digital files and information. Whether you prefer a methodical folder structure or a more fluid tagging system, the key is consistency and ease of retrieval. Remember, the goal is not just organization for its own sake, but the creation of a digital environment that supports rather than hinders your cognitive processes. Consider, too, the role of automation in your productivity ecosystem. In what ways can you leverage technology to handle routine tasks, freeing up your mental resources for higher-order thinking? From email filters to task management software that integrates with your calendar, the possibilities for streamlining your workflow through automation are vast and ever-expanding. Yet, as we sculpt our physical and digital environments, we must not overlook perhaps the most crucial element of the productivity ecosystem, the human factor. Our interactions with others, colleagues, mentors, friends, and family, play a pivotal role in shaping our productivity and overall well-being. Cultivate relationships that support and enhance your productivity goals. Seek out mentors and peers who challenge you to grow and hold you accountable to your aspirations. At the same time, be mindful of relationships that drain your energy or consistently distract you from your core objectives. This is not to suggest a callous approach to human connections, but rather a thoughtful curation of your social ecosystem to align with your values and goals. In professional settings, master the art of effective communication and collaboration. Learn to set clear boundaries, delegate tasks when appropriate, and articulate your needs and expectations clearly. Remember that your productivity is intimately linked with that of your team or organization. By contributing to a culture of focus and effectiveness, you create a rising tide that lifts all boats. As you shape your productivity ecosystem, remain attuned to the rhythms and patterns that emerge. Notice the times of day when your energy and focus peak and structure your most demanding tasks accordingly. Observe how different environments and social contexts impact your ability to concentrate and create. Use these insights to continually refine and optimize your ecosystem. Importantly, recognize that the ideal productivity ecosystem is not static but evolves with you. As your goals shift, your skills develop, and your circumstances change, so too should your environment adapt. Regularly reassess and adjust your physical space, digital tools, and interpersonal dynamics to ensure they continue to serve your highest aspirations. In crafting your productivity ecosystem, you are, in essence, designing the stage upon which your work and life unfold. Each element, from the chair you sit in to the software you use, from the colleagues you collaborate with to the routines you follow, plays a role in either supporting or hindering your pursuit of excellence. Imagine, then, an ecosystem perfectly attuned to your needs and goals. Picture a workspace that inspires creativity and focus, digital tools that seamlessly support your workflow, and a network of relationships that motivate and challenge you. This is not a utopian fantasy, but a tangible reality that you have the power to create. As we close this chapter and prepare to delve into strategies for managing energy and overcoming procrastination, take a moment to reflect on your current productivity ecosystem. What elements are serving you well? Where do you see opportunities for optimization? Remember, the journey to peak productivity is one of continuous refinement and adjustment. Embrace this process of evolution, knowing that each small improvement in your ecosystem compounds over time, leading to profound enhancements in your ability to create, achieve, and thrive. Let the crafting of your productivity ecosystem be a conscious, ongoing practice, a living expression of your commitment to maximizing your potential and minimizing unnecessary stress. In doing so, you lay the foundation for not just increased output, but for a life rich in purpose, achievement, and fulfillment. Chapter 5: Energy Management, the Currency of Productivity. In our quest for enhanced productivity, we often fixate on the management of time, meticulously scheduling our days and striving to squeeze ever more tasks into each hour. Yet, in this relentless pursuit, we risk overlooking a resource far more fundamental to our effectiveness: our energy. For what use is an abundance of time if we lack the vitality to utilize it fully? In this chapter, we shall explore the art and science of energy management, unveiling its critical role in the alchemy of productivity. Consider, if you will, the stark contrast between a day where you feel vibrant and focused, brimming with creative energy, and one where you struggle to muster the motivation to tackle even the simplest of tasks. And emerges as the true currency of productivity, a resource to be cultivated, conserved, and strategically deployed. To master energy management, we must first understand the multifaceted nature of our personal energy reserves. Far from being a singular entity, our energy manifests across 4 distinct yet interconnected dimensions. 1. Physical energy, the foundation upon which all other forms of energy are built. It encompasses our bodily vitality, health, and stamina. 2. Emotional energy, our capacity to manage our feelings, maintain a positive outlook, and navigate the interpersonal dynamics of our lives. 3. Mental energy, the cognitive resources we draw upon for focus, analysis, and creative thinking. 4. Spiritual energy, not necessarily tied to religious beliefs. This refers to our connection to our core values and sense of purpose. Each of these energy dimensions plays a crucial role in our overall productivity and well-being. Neglect any one, and the entire system falters. Nurture them all in harmony, and you unlock a wellspring of sustainable productivity that transcends mere time management. Let us then explore strategies for optimizing each dimension of our energy. Physical energy. The cornerstone of energy management lies in tending to our physical well-being. Begin by examining your sleep habits. Are you consistently getting 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night? If not, prioritize sleep hygiene. Establish a regular sleep schedule, create a restful bedroom environment, and limit exposure to blue light in the evening hours. Nutrition plays an equally vital role in sustaining physical energy. Adopt a balanced diet rich in whole foods, lean proteins, and complex carbohydrates. Be mindful of the impact of what you eat on your energy levels. Notice how certain foods energize you, while others leave you feeling lethargic. Regular exercise is non-negotiable for optimal energy management. Find forms of physical activity that you enjoy and can sustain over the long term. Remember, the goal is not just fitness, but the cultivation of a reservoir of physical energy that fuels all aspects of your life. Emotional energy. Our emotional state profoundly influences our capacity for productive work. Cultivate practices that foster emotional resilience and positivity. Mindfulness meditation, for instance, can help you develop greater emotional awareness and control. Practice gratitude daily, focusing on the aspects of your life that bring you joy and fulfillment. This simple habit can shift your emotional baseline, making you more resilient in the face of challenges. Learn to recognize and manage energy-draining emotional states such as anxiety, anger, or resentment. Develop strategies for processing these emotions healthily, whether through journaling, talking with a trusted friend, or seeking professional support when needed. Mental energy. In an age of constant distraction, preserving and directing our mental energy becomes paramount. Embrace the power of single tasking, giving your full attention to one task at a time. Resist the allure of multitasking, recognizing it as the productivity myth it truly is. Incorporate regular breaks into your work routine. The Pomodoro Technique, working in focused 25-minute intervals, followed by short breaks, can help maintain high levels of mental energy throughout the day. Engage in activities that challenge and stimulate your mind outside of work. Learning a new skill, solving puzzles, or engaging in stimulating conversations can enhance your cognitive flexibility and overall mental energy. Spiritual energy. Connect with your core values and sense of purpose regularly. Take time for reflection, whether through meditation, journaling, or simply quiet contemplation. Clarify your personal mission and ensure that your daily activities align with your deeper values and long-term vision. Engage in activities that bring you a sense of meaning and fulfillment. This might involve volunteer work, creative pursuits, or simply spending quality time with loved ones. Remember, spiritual energy is about nourishing your soul and reinforcing your sense of purpose. As you begin to implement these strategies, pay close attention to the ebb and flow of your energy throughout the day. Identify your natural energy peaks and troughs, and structure your tasks accordingly. Reserve your highest energy periods for your most demanding or creative work, and use lower energy times for more routine tasks or rejuvenation activities. Moreover, recognize that energy management is not about maintaining a constant high. Just as a heartbeat consists of both contractions and relaxations, sustainable productivity requires a rhythm of engagement and recovery. Learn to value and protect your recovery periods, understanding that they are not indulgences, but essential components of long-term effectiveness. Imagine your energy as a precious resource, one that you have the power to cultivate and direct. By consciously managing your energy across all dimensions, physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual, you create a foundation for productivity that is not only more effective, but also more sustainable and fulfilling. As we conclude this exploration of energy management, I invite you to reflect on your current energy patterns. Where do you see opportunities for optimization? What small changes could you implement today to enhance your energy reserves? Remember, the goal is not to push yourself to exhaustion, but to create a harmonious flow of energy that supports both your productivity and your overall well-being. In the chapters that follow, we will delve into strategies for overcoming procrastination, harnessing the power of habits, and integrating all these elements into a cohesive productivity system. But let the principle of energy management be a guiding light in your productivity journey, a reminder that true effectiveness stems not from the relentless expenditure of energy, but from its mindful cultivation and strategic deployment. Embrace the art of energy management and watch as your capacity for meaningful work and joyful living expands beyond what you once thought possible. For in mastering your energy, you master the very essence of productivity itself. Chapter 6: Overcoming Procrastination and Building Momentum. As we journey deeper into the realm of productivity mastery, we encounter a formidable adversary, one that has thwarted the ambitions of even the most talented and well-intentioned individuals: procrastination. This insidious habit, the tendency to delay or postpone important tasks, stands as a significant barrier between us and our highest potential. Yet, procrastination is not an immutable trait, but a behavior that can be understood, managed, and ultimately overcome. In this chapter, we shall explore the psychology of procrastination and unveil strategies for building unstoppable momentum in our pursuits. To conquer procrastination, we must first understand its roots. Contrary to popular belief, procrastination is not merely a matter of poor time management or lack of discipline. It is, at its core, an emotional regulation problem. When we procrastinate, we are not avoiding the task itself, but the negative emotions associated with it: anxiety, self-doubt, boredom, or frustration. We choose the immediate relief of avoidance over the long-term benefits of action, a phenomenon psychologists call present bias. Armed with this understanding, how can we reframe our approach to tasks in a way that minimizes emotional resistance and maximizes our drive to act? Let us explore a multifaceted strategy for overcoming procrastination and building unstoppable momentum. 1. Break down overwhelming tasks. Often, procrastination stems from the sheer magnitude of a task before us. The solution lies in breaking these monolithic challenges into smaller, more manageable components. By doing so, we transform an intimidating mountain into a series of achievable steps. Each completed step then serves as a source of motivation, propelling us forward with a sense of progress and accomplishment. 2. Utilize the 2-minute rule. Embrace the principle that if a task will take less than 2 minutes to complete, do it immediately. This simple rule serves two purposes. It prevents the accumulation of small, nagging tasks that can overwhelm us, and it helps build the habit of taking immediate action. Over time, this practice of immediate engagement can extend to larger tasks, fostering a proactive mindset. 3. Create a compelling vision. Procrastination often occurs when we lose sight of the bigger picture. Take time to clearly articulate why a particular task or project is important. How does it align with your long-term goals and values? By connecting our actions to a larger, more inspiring vision, we infuse our work with meaning and purpose, making it easier to overcome short-term discomfort. 4. Employ the Pomodoro Technique. This time management method involves working in focused 25-minute intervals called Pomodoros, followed by short breaks. By committing to just 25 minutes of work, we lower the psychological barrier to starting. Once we begin, we often find that momentum carries us forward, and the task becomes less daunting than we had imagined. 5. Harness the power of accountability. Share your goals and deadlines with a trusted friend, colleague, or mentor. The knowledge that someone else is aware of our commitments can provide the extra push needed to overcome procrastination. Consider forming a productivity partnership with a like-minded individual where you regularly check in on each other's progress and offer mutual support. 6. Practice self-compassion. Recognize that occasional procrastination is a normal part of the human experience. When you find yourself procrastinating, resist the urge to engage in harsh self-criticism. Instead, approach the situation with curiosity and compassion. What emotions are you avoiding? What fears or limiting beliefs might be at play? By understanding the underlying causes of our procrastination, we can address them more effectively. 7. Create a productive environment. Our surroundings have a profound impact on our behavior. Design your workspace to minimize distractions and maximize focus. This might involve decluttering your physical space, using website blockers to limit access to time-wasting sites, or employing noise-canceling headphones to create a cocoon of concentration. 8. Utilize implementation intentions. Rather than relying on willpower alone, create specific plans for when and where you will complete tasks. For example, instead of saying, "I'll work on the project this week," say, "I will work on the project for 2 hours at 9 a.m. on Tuesday in my home office." This level of specificity reduces decision fatigue and makes it more likely that you'll follow through. 9. Leverage the psychology of streaks. Humans have a natural tendency to want to maintain streaks or chains of consistent behavior. Use this to your advantage by tracking your productive days or task completions. Apps and physical calendars can help visualize your progress, making it psychologically more difficult to break the chain of productivity. 10. Embrace imperfection. Perfectionism is often a close ally of procrastination. Recognize that taking imperfect action is infinitely more valuable than perfect inaction. Adopt a mindset of continuous improvement, where each attempt is seen as a step towards mastery rather than a final product. As you begin to implement these strategies, remember that overcoming procrastination is not about achieving a state of constant productivity. It is about developing a more balanced, intentional relationship with our work and goals. The aim is not to eliminate all forms of delay. For sometimes, strategic procrastination can lead to better decisions and more creative solutions, but to ensure that our delays serve us rather than hinder us. Imagine the sense of liberation and empowerment that comes from breaking free from the chains of habitual procrastination. Picture yourself moving through your days with purpose and momentum, tackling challenges head-on rather than shrinking from them. This is not a distant fantasy, but a tangible reality that you can create through consistent application of the principles we've explored. As we conclude this chapter, I invite you to reflect on your own patterns of procrastination. What tasks do you most often avoid, and what emotions underlie that avoidance? Choose one strategy from this chapter and commit to implementing it in the coming week. Remember, the journey to overcoming procrastination is itself a process of growth and self-discovery. Embrace it with curiosity and patience, knowing that each small victory builds momentum towards a more productive, fulfilling life. In the chapters that follow, we will explore the power of habit formation and the integration of these various productivity strategies into a cohesive, personalized system. But let the insights gained here serve as a foundation, a reminder that productivity is not about perfection, but about progress. With each task you tackle, each moment of procrastination you overcome, you are sculpting not just your schedule, but your character and your future. Chapter 7. The Power of Habit Formation. As we continue our exploration of productivity mastery, we arrive at a concept so fundamental to human behavior that its influence permeates every aspect of our lives: habits. These automatic patterns of thought and action, often operating below the level of conscious awareness, shape our days and, by extension, our destinies. In this chapter, we shall delve into the science of habit formation and unveil strategies for harnessing this powerful force in service of our productivity goals. Consider for a moment the way you start your morning, how you approach your work, your patterns of communication and decision-making. All these seemingly small actions compound over time, creating the tapestry of your life. As Aristotle wisely observed, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. To truly elevate our productivity, we must move beyond relying solely on willpower and motivation, which are finite and fluctuating resources. Instead, we must engineer our environments and routines to make productivity the path of least resistance, a natural outflow of our habitual behaviors. But how can we cultivate habits that serve our highest aspirations? Let us explore the mechanics of habit formation and strategies for creating lasting change. 1. Understand the habit loop. At the core of every habit lies a simple neurological loop consisting of three elements: the cue, the routine, and the reward. The cue is the trigger that initiates the behavior. The routine is the behavior itself, and the reward is the benefit that reinforces the habit. By understanding this loop, we can begin to deconstruct our existing habits and consciously design new ones. Start with keystone habits. Certain habits have the power to create a ripple effect, positively influencing multiple areas of our lives. These are known as keystone habits. For example, regular exercise often leads to better eating habits, increased productivity, and improved sleep. Identify and focus on cultivating these high-leverage habits that can catalyze broader positive changes. 3. Use the power of habit stacking. One of the most effective ways to establish a new habit is to anchor it to an existing one. This technique, known as habit stacking, leverages the strength of established routines to support the formation of new behaviors. For instance, you might decide to meditate for 5 minutes immediately after your morning coffee, linking the new habit, meditation, to an existing one, drinking coffee. 4. design your environment for success. Our surroundings play a crucial role in shaping our habits. Make productive behaviors easier by optimizing your environment. This might involve setting out your workout clothes the night before, keeping healthy snacks easily accessible, or creating a dedicated workspace free from distractions. Remember, the goal is to reduce friction for positive habits and increase friction for negative ones. 5. Embrace the 2-minute rule. When establishing a new habit, start with a version so easy that you can't say no. Want to read more? Start with reading just 1 page a day. Aiming to exercise regularly? Begin with just 2 minutes of activity. This approach, popularized by James Clear in his book Atomic Habits, helps overcome the initial resistance to change and builds momentum towards more substantial habits. 6. Utilize implementation intentions. Be specific about when and where you will perform your new habit. Instead of saying, "I'll exercise more," create an implementation intention. I will go for a 30-minute walk every day at 7 a.m. around my neighborhood. This level of specificity eliminates ambiguity and increases the likelihood of follow-through. 7. Track your habits. The simple act of measurement can have a profound impact on behavior. Use a habit tracker, whether a physical journal or a digital app, to record your daily progress. This visual representation of your consistency can be highly motivating and helps maintain momentum. 8. Embrace the power of identity. Frame your habits not just in terms of what you want to achieve, but who you want to become. Instead of "I want to write a book," adopt the identity of "I am a writer." This shift in self-perception can dramatically influence your behavior, making it easier to align your actions with your desired identity. 9. Plan for obstacles. Anticipate potential barriers to your new habits and develop strategies to overcome them. If you know that late-night work might interfere with your morning exercise routine, prepare a backup plan, such as a lunchtime workout. By planning for obstacles, you increase your resilience and the likelihood of maintaining your habits in the face of challenges. 10. Celebrate small wins. Acknowledge and celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Each time you successfully perform your new habit, take a moment to recognize your effort. This positive reinforcement strengthens the neural pathways associated with the habit, making it more likely to stick. 11. Be patient and persistent. Habit formation is not a linear process. You may experience setbacks and periods of inconsistency. Remember that progress, not perfection, is the goal. If you miss a day, simply resume your habit the next day without self-recrimination. Consistency over time is far more important than perfection in the short term. As you begin to apply these strategies, envision the compound effect of small, consistent actions over time. Imagine a version of yourself 6 months or a year from now, transformed not by grand, sweeping changes, but by the quiet power of daily habits aligned with your highest aspirations. This is the true alchemy of productivity, the ability to turn routine behaviors into extraordinary outcomes. Moreover, as you cultivate positive habits, you'll likely find that they extend beyond mere productivity. Well-designed habits can enhance your physical health, emotional well-being, relationships, and overall quality of life. They create a foundation of stability and effectiveness from which you can pursue your most ambitious goals. As we conclude this chapter, I invite you to reflect on your current habits. Which ones serve your productivity and well-being? Which ones hinder your progress? Choose one new habit you'd like to cultivate and apply the principles we've discussed to design a strategy for its implementation. Remember, the goal is not to overhaul your entire life overnight, but to make small, sustainable changes that compound over time. In the final chapter, we will explore how to integrate all the concepts we've covered, from deep work and energy management to overcoming procrastination and habit formation, into a cohesive, personalized productivity system. But let the power of habit be your ally in this journey, a force that, when harnessed thoughtfully, can elevate not just your productivity, but the very quality of your life. Embrace the process of habit formation with patience and curiosity, knowing that each small action, repeated consistently, has the power to reshape your destiny. For in the end, our lives are but the sum of our habits. Choose wisely and watch as your productivity, and indeed your life, transforms in ways you might never have imagined. Chapter 8. integrating your productivity system. As we reach the culmination of our journey through the landscape of productivity, we arrive at perhaps the most crucial juncture: the integration of all we have learned into a cohesive, personalized system. For knowledge without application remains inert, a potential unrealized. It is in the thoughtful synthesis and consistent implementation of these principles that true transformation occurs. Imagine, if you will, a symphony orchestra. Each instrument, though beautiful in its own right, achieves its fullest expression when playing in harmony with the others, guided by the conductor's baton. Similarly, the various elements of productivity we have explored, deep work, energy management, prioritization, habit formation, and more, reach their zenith when orchestrated into a unified whole tailored to your unique circumstances, goals, and temperament. But how does one go about crafting such a system? Let us explore a framework for integration that allows for both structure and flexibility, rigor and adaptability. 1. Define your productivity North Star. Begin by clarifying your overarching purpose and long-term objectives. What does a truly productive life look like to you? What are the key areas, professional, personal, relational, spiritual, in which you seek to excel? This vision will serve as your compass, guiding your decisions and helping you align your daily actions with your deepest values. 2. Conduct a productivity audit. Take stock of your current practices, tools, and environments. Which elements from the chapters we've explored resonate most strongly with you? Where do you see the greatest opportunities for improvement? This audit will help you identify the building blocks of your personalized system. 3. Design your ideal day and week. Using the principles of energy management and deep work, sketch out what an optimal day and week would look like for you. When are your energy peaks and troughs? How can you structure your time to accommodate focused work, collaboration, rest, and personal development? This blueprint, while aspirational, provides a concrete target towards which to strive. 4. Implement a task management system. Choose a method for capturing, organizing, and prioritizing tasks that aligns with your cognitive style and work patterns. This might involve digital tools like project management software or analog systems like bullet journaling. The key is to have a reliable external system for tracking commitments and ideas, freeing your mind from the burden of remembering everything. 5. Establish rituals and routines. Leverage the power of habit formation to create supportive routines that bookend your day and punctuate your work. A morning ritual might include meditation, journaling, and reviewing your priorities for the day. An evening routine could involve reflecting on your accomplishments, planning for tomorrow, and engaging in activities that promote restful sleep. 6. Create environment cues. Design your physical and digital spaces to support your productivity goals. This might involve setting up a dedicated workspace, using visual reminders of your goals, or employing technology to block distractions during focused work periods. Remember, your environment should make productive behaviors the path of least resistance. 7. Develop a review and reflection practice. Institute regular intervals, daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly, for reviewing your progress, celebrating wins, and adjusting your approach as needed. These reflective practices ensure that your system remains aligned with your evolving goals and circumstances. 8. Cultivate supportive relationships. Recognize that no productivity system exists in a vacuum. Engage with mentors, accountability partners, or mastermind groups that can provide support, feedback, and diverse perspectives. These relationships can be invaluable in maintaining motivation and gaining new insights. 9. Embrace continuous experimentation. Approach your productivity system with a scientist's mindset, constantly hypothesizing, testing, and refining. What works for others may not work for you, and what works for you today may not serve you tomorrow. Be willing to adapt and evolve your system as you grow. 10. Practice self-compassion. Remember that the goal of a productivity system is not perfection, but progress. There will be days when you fall short of your ideals. Treat these moments not as failures, but as valuable data points in your ongoing journey of optimization. As you begin to integrate these elements into your own productivity system, you may experience a period of adjustment. Old habits may resist change, and new practices may feel awkward or unnatural at first. This is not only normal, but expected. Embrace this period of transition with patience and curiosity, knowing that each day of consistent effort brings you closer to a state of effortless productivity. Imagine, as you implement your integrated system, the sense of clarity and purpose that begins to infuse your days. Picture yourself moving through your tasks with a newfound sense of ease and flow, your energy aligned with your priorities, your habits supporting your highest aspirations. This is not a distant fantasy, but a tangible reality that you are actively creating through the thoughtful application of the principles we've explored. As we conclude this chapter and our journey through the productivity blueprint, I invite you to reflect on the transformation that awaits you. What aspects of your life and work stand to be most profoundly impacted by the implementation of these strategies? How might your relationships, your career, your personal growth be enhanced by a more intentional approach to productivity? Remember that the path to peak productivity is not a destination, but a lifelong journey of refinement and growth. Each day presents new opportunities to apply these principles, to learn from your experiences, and to edge ever closer to your fullest potential. Conclusion: the journey ahead. As we draw the curtains on our exploration of the productivity blueprint, it is my sincere hope that you find yourself not at an end, but at a beginning. The concepts, strategies, and insights we have traversed together are not mere academic exercises, but powerful tools waiting to be wielded in the forge of your daily life. From the depths of deep work to the heights of energy management, from the discipline of prioritization to the transformative power of habits, we have charted a course through the multifaceted landscape of productivity. Yet, the true value of this journey lies not in the knowledge acquired, but in the actions you will take and the person you will become as you apply these principles. As you step forward into the world, armed with this blueprint for maximized output and minimized stress, remember that true productivity is not about doing more, but about doing what matters most. It is about aligning your actions with your values, your energy with your aspirations, your habits with your dreams. Embrace the challenges that lie ahead, for they are the crucible in which your productivity muscles will be forged. Celebrate your victories, no matter how small, for they are the building blocks of lasting change. And above all, remain curious, adaptable, and compassionate with yourself as you navigate the ever-evolving terrain of your personal and professional life. The journey to peak productivity is not a solitary one. Share your insights, seek support when needed, and be willing to inspire and be inspired by others on similar paths. For in the collective pursuit of our highest potential, we not only elevate ourselves, but contribute to the betterment of our communities and the world at large. As you close this book and open the next chapter of your life, carry with you the knowledge that within you lies the power to shape your days, to sculpt your future, to create a life of purpose, achievement, and fulfillment. The productivity blueprint is now in your hands. May it serve as a trusted guide as you build a life of extraordinary output and profound satisfaction. The journey of 1,000 miles began with a single step, and you have taken many steps through these chapters. Now, the path stretches before you, rich with possibility. Step forward with confidence, for you possess the tools, the knowledge, and the blueprint to create a life of unparalleled productivity and meaning. The future beckons. Your most productive, fulfilling life awaits. Go forth and build it, one intentional action at a time.